Good afternoon. Welcome to my channel. Today is the 4th of May 2022 and we are working on our beautiful canvas of the river bend. And we have our first thunderstorm of the season. I swear. It was definitely put over there for our enjoyment. So how are you doing today? Finally, I had a chance to sit down and get back to my wonderful diamond painting. Things have been crazy here. Now, let's see. We are on the symbol D. So this is why this is over here. Let me get us situated. Nothing I can do about the thunderstorm. I'm sorry. I cannot go out there and tell them, no, 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 no. You know. Definitely spring has sprung. It's always so weird to hear the first thunderstorm after the long winter. Now let's see if we can get some light here. Definitely need more light because all of a sudden it got dark. Yep. The rain is hitting the window. Actually, it looks like it's going to be a rather short rain. However, we are in dire need of the rain because things are extremely dry since we had no snow in the winter over here where I am living. In this particular city for the second year, we had no snow. And even my beautiful lake, the Lake Balaton, seems to have a low water level at the moment, which is bad for the fishes. And, the baby ducklings and everything are in the water. And they could not start the maritime. We have our sailboat races, the Blue Ribbon. Oh, we're just having lightning. Wow. Actually, I like storms. Are you like that? Do you enjoy storms? What can I tell you? Either it's sirens or a thunderstorm. Take your pick. Actually, it's music to my ears. I'm definitely a nature person. So anyway, the water level in the lake is very low, which is bad for the ships, the sailboats, also for, they stock the lake with fish for the fishermen. So they are having a problem. Now, I don't know because we have a canal called the Shio that goes into the Balaton, and I was born in a city called Shiofok. It is named after the canal. Now, I don't know if there was less snow, then there was less snow melting from the Alps and what have you. So that would add to the problem. Actually, they have gotten the quality of the water. I mean, this is a really big step forward. they have gotten it to the quality where you're able to actually drink the water from the lake. That's how good the quality of the water is, which is like, wow. Okay, this is really getting crazy out there. If it gets any louder, I'm going to have to quit the video. I don't think I can get music loud enough to drown out the music given to us by Mother Nature. When I was little, my father used to say the angels are bowling up in the sky when we had thunder and, rather loud. Well, this is nothing compared to the storms that are at my lake. I mean, the first time my husband experienced the storm over the lake, he was like, I don't believe this. I was on the balcony and we couldn't close the balcony door because the wind would just grab it out of my hand. I mean, we had water coming in, you would not believe. So definitely we have gotten out of winter. Oh, I cannot wait for our mineral spring spa to open. Some of them already were opened on May 1st because the weather was nice. But over here, they are still working on it for the 3rd year. I mean, it's not such a big establishment. Like, what can they do for 3 years? Absolutely wonderful. When you park your aching body into the hot mineral spring pool, and your whole body just goes, ah, yes. And it really does, excuse me, it really does ease the aches and pains a bit without extra pills, which I think is a big plus, definitely. I'm at a symbol D and seem to confuse with the C, almost the same color. See, this is C, and this is a D. So C is more green, and D is a different color. It is late in the afternoon. Hubby went to work, and I finally got a chance to sit down. Things have been happening here. I finished with the dental clinic, and then I couldn't talk for a couple of days until the swelling and everything went down. I mean, I could mumble. That's about as far as it went. So I figured, well, I don't think you're going to enjoy that too much. Was having a lot of rest. For 2 days, I was getting wicked pain pills. Finished. Everything's good. So I'm happy. Finally finished. Started in November. So it took a long time. It was worth the wait. You know, with the fact that we had to spend more time at home and we had the mask and everything, it really gave me an opportunity to get all of this dental work done without really being embarrassed, showing different phases of the work being done because my face was covered. So it was a way to positively use this period of time for something that had to be done. So we don't have to wear a mask anymore for now. Of course, if you feel more comfortable or more secure wearing a mask, you're perfectly fine, okay, to do it. So we're all done with that for now. Let me emphasize that. We do what must be done. This is what I mean. I think it was a fast thunder shower. Usually if we have high winds, it goes away fast. If we don't have winds, then it stays because this is like a valley. You know, Hungary, this part of Hungary. Anyway, Hungary is sort of like in a valley. And we could get weather stuck for quite a while. I still say it is so weird that we had no snow. I mean, other parts, like I told you, other parts of Hungary had snow, but we did not. We do have a river running through the middle of this small city. This is a small city. Big enough. Ah, yeah, I thought I saw some more of this over here. And what have I discovered? Well, let me tell you, there are stairs. There's like an overpass over the river, you know, a regular street, you know, with cars and buses and trucks and what have you. But if you go to the side, I have just discovered this after 2 years, there are stairs and you can go down to the riverbank. I told hubby, guess where we're going? He goes, no, we're not. I go, yes, we are. He goes, did you have to discover the stairs? I go, yep, I had to discover the stairs. So definitely want to take a look down there. First of all, I want to know, why are there stairs? I mean, I don't see anybody down there. Unless it's for fishermen. I don't know how clean this water is from this river. Of course, in the old days, this was used for drinking and cooking and, you know, watering the animals and what have you. But then we developed, you know, and now it's a city, not a village. We have a hospital, we have high school and trade school, and like I said, we have a hot spring spa, which does attract tourism. So I think that company must be losing quite a lot of money having it being closed now for the 3rd year. But they will open it, I'm sure, when the weather gets warmer. At least the outdoor pool. The indoor pool, they want to sell separately. Have it as a different establishment. The outdoor pools are run by the city. And there's a swimming pool over there for children to learn to swim as part of their physical education. So that was open last year. And one of the hot spring pool for us more mature people to soak our aching bones. And the baby pool was open also. Many human absolutely loved it. Now they're going to put a roof over the baby pool, you know, how should I explain it? It's a lightweight roof mainly to keep the sun out because it's not good for the babies, of course, to be in a direct sun. And there are no trees over there over the pools. There are trees in the lawn area. There are lots of trees for shade and what have you, but they're not over the baby pool. And a lot of the mummies were telling that, okay, we put a little t-shirt on the babies and a hat, but we would prefer if they could romp around in a little water. It's a little wading pool for the babies. And not having to, have clothes on, have the freedom, just have their swimming diapers on. They are required to wear swimming diapers unless they're already toilet trained, for sanitary reasons, of course. So they really, they have put it in order very well, but the fact that they don't have the indoor pools does reduce the amount of tourists that come for only specifically health reasons. Oh, here we go. I spoke too soon. I think the angels are having a real battle, bowling up there. I think they were probably cooped up during the winter, so they're getting their excess energy used up. I'm one of those weird people that enjoys storms. However, not when I'm doing a video, but the only thing that's missing now is the sirens, which I am sure will start coming any minute, because for no other reason, the thunder and the lightning set off different security things, and the sirens start going off. They haven't managed to put those in order yet. Let's see. Those are the... How did I miss those? I don't know. So, I have ordered a brand new project, something totally, completely different. And I will let it be a surprise. What we are going to do next is something that I have not seen. I have not seen it anywhere on YouTube, so I don't know if anybody else has it. Now, this is made by the company here in Hungary, and it is their very own production. So I'm excited about that. Always excited, to find new things. I don't think you can get bored by diamond painting, but it's nice to discover new things. That's how I am as far as crafts are concerned. Now, as you know, I am making knitting socks with 5 double-pointed needles because I learned how to do it, and once in a while I make a pair of socks to renew what I have learned, because I had a very hard time learning the German short rows. So I use the leftover yarn I have to make either amigurumi or make a little pair of socks, either slipper socks for myself or to wear inside the house. I have no rugs on the floor. It's a small flat. I have no rugs on the floor. It's much easier to keep it nice and clean. And let me tell you, it came in handy when I dumped the drills and there was no rugs on the floor. Otherwise, I don't know, probably could have taken me a week to get these drills out of the rugs. But we decided not to put them down. I do have, like throw rugs in the bedroom, and of course in the bathroom, when you get out of the shower and what have you. I mean, you don't want to go sliding across the bathroom because that floor that gets very slippery. And of course, you don't want to drag water all over the place. Anyway, I don't. And I have a couple of throw rugs, before the kitchen sink and the stove. So I like those because, throw it in the washer and it's nice and clean. So I don't worry about, if something gets spilled or what have you. It's no problem. Not that I make a problem out of it anyway, but you know me. I like things clean, neat, fresh. Yeah, the newest thing in Europe is we need to conserve energy. So we should not wash our clothes. We should air them out. I said, huh? I don't think that airing out, let's say, my dirty undies would have the same effect as washing them. I use a short cycle. 30 degrees is perfectly fine. Nothing is so soiled that I would need 60 degrees or what have you. Oh, and I use, I don't know what you call it in English. They're cloth wipes rather than paper ones, and extremely handy. I love them. Clean, wipe, throw them in the washing machine with the rest of the stuff, and then use it again. So I am wasting less paper and less trees need to be cut out. So a little, you do what you can, but I mean, not washing your clothes, especially when we have, germs and everything else running wild, you definitely need to make sure about cleanliness and hygiene. I mean, it's really taking it totally illogical in my opinion. And I do have an opinion. We don't drive a car. Public transportation over here will take you anywhere you want to go. There's really no reason to have the hassle and the expense of driving a car yet. We may invest in a small, I love those small cars. It looks like a car cut in half. I think for us, we just have 3 people. For us, it's enough. Just like this flat is perfect for us. Of course, we have a village house, but it's just too big. And hubby works right here in the city, so much more convenient. Otherwise, he would have to travel altogether about 2 more hours added to his workday just traveling. And, okay, in the spring it's nice and comfortable. You hop on a bus, it's air conditioned, what have you. But in the winter, when you have to wait for the bus in a snowstorm and ice and cold, it's not so comfortable. And you're wasting 2 hours. So, and everything is handy because we are on Main Street. So everything is very close by. I have to rearrange these over here. We took a long time coming to that decision, and we decided, yes, it would be more logical to have Yeah, a little flat over here. Of course, we go to the village. We have our vegetable garden, and what have you. Lately, we seem to be having a problem finding time to get to the village, get the ground prepared to put the baby plants in. Really pressed for time. I guess we're getting close to becoming a complete city dwellers. Well, over in the village, we are in walking distance of the fishing pond. It's like the river runs into a cove like. It's the same river that goes through the city. And then it's made like a little lake. And again, they stock it with fish precisely for the fishermen because they make a good income. You need a permit to fish, and you are told when you can fish, how much. Now, those fish you are allowed to eat. Now, like I told you, so the water is so clean in the Lake Balaton, you are allowed to eat the fish from the lake. I don't know about the fish from the river over here. It's definitely not drinking water. Anyway, I don't know because we get regular chlorinated water. The usual thing. I know in the village the water is fine to drink because in some parts of Hungary you need special water for babies because of the high nitrate, I think. Excuse me. So for babies and small children, you need special baby water. They cannot drink the water from the tap. But in our village over here, in this part of Hungary, it's perfectly fine. In the village also we have chlorinated water, so the well water you are not recommended to drink. But you can use it to water your plants and wash and what have you, but not for cooking and drinking. You are not recommended to do that. Some people still have only a well that they have dug in their yard, or they bought the house together, or they had an existing well. I don't know if they use it to drink from, because we had regular water in the house coming from the water department. I mean, regular chlorinated, I can't speak. I think my mind is still medicated. Let me tell you, folks, there are some pills that are very cute pills. You feel no pain. You are very happy. Oh, that was funny. I said I could have used some of those pills when I was having a baby. Yeah. Seriously, I'm so happy I'm finished with it. I mean, I'm one of those people that are petrified of dentists. I mean, total disaster. I mean, I will go into labor and have an 11-pound baby before I go to a dentist. Let's just skip that too, okay? That was, yeah. We're done with that, and we're done with the dentist, and we look beautiful, and MediHuman is beautiful, so everything is fine when the end result is fantastic. Yes, I'm just giddy. I'm so happy I'm finished. Yes, folks, that's how scared to death I was. No pain, nothing, and you feel totally ridiculous now. Why did I make such a big production out of it? And I learned I am not alone. Many of us are in the same boat. So much for that. I learned a lot. And now when somebody tells me how scared they are, I tell them, yep, I know exactly what you mean. But if you want me to, I will talk you through it. I cannot hold your hand because we're far away. But I will talk you through it, and you will say the same thing I said. I'm so happy it finished. And we can all smile with a beautiful smile. Although I think my teeth should have been whiter, of course I need something to complain about. I mean, you know me. Yes, I think next step I want my teeth whitened a little bit. But then I am told that my smile is perfectly natural. That I don't want a perfectly natural yellow smile. I quit smoking 3 years ago, so I want a bright, white Hollywood smile. Yeah, I know. What can I tell you? I need something to complain about. I mean, it wouldn't be me if I would not be complaining. I think this is a beautiful canvas. I hope you agree. We have two boats over here. Now I'm showing you something right there. See? Fantastic. And just as we finished, the storm is going away. The sun is peeking out over the horizon behind those big apartment houses across the street. The sun is peeking out over there. So that's the end of the storm. Thank you very much for spending time with me this afternoon. Stay safe, stay healthy, be happy. I will see you next time. Please hit the like button. Goodbye for now. Mwah.